So hello everyone, in this one I'm going to show a quick effect which is pretty cool. You could see if I hover on it, it basically switches to the second text, and the best part is you can actually add like different second text. It doesn't have to be the same text. It's pretty easy to do. It's completely done with CSS and easy to control. So let's get started on making it. So to start this, I'm going to use a heading widget, but if you are using version 4, which probably if you are watching from future, that would be like the most common one. Right now version 4 is experimental, so I cannot use it, but I will add the updated code if you're using version 4 in the blog page, which I have added below, which would have the code. It would have both the codes, one for this version, which is like version 3, and in future when version 4 comes for Elementor, then it would also be available. You could watch this video and still be able to do it, okay? So I'll use the heading widget, and for me I've set this to be like center, but this is all your effect. And here I'm simply just going to call it like and subscribe. Okay, I'll just call it something, make it white color, make this bigger, something like 70. And it is important to know what the font that you have used and all these values that you have used. Line height is also important. So for me, I want to use this font, but again, it's your choice. If you're using default, then it would be what you're set in the default settings of Elementor. It's called Noto Sans Baban that I'm using. I am going to add some line height because this is important, because this line height is the one that basically makes anything that is outside invisible. So let me just keep it default to show you what would happen. In this one, I'm going to give it a CSS class. If you have Elementor Pro, you could basically directly add the code here. If you don't, then follow the steps. And if you want to buy Elementor Pro today, consider using the link in description. That way you can support me. Let's call it something like DM double or something like this. In the code that I've given, it would probably be called DM double text like this. Now, if you have Elementor Pro, just add the code in here. I'll show how to do it in the free version, which is adding an HTML widget like this. So I'll provide this code in description, just copy and paste it like this. And you could see nothing's happening because we have given the name DM double text, right? So if you are using the code directly from the description, then make sure to give this DM double text. But because I already have a copy in here, I'm not using that. Remove the text, remove the text. So now you could see that if I hover, it does work and it shows the second text that is there. Now here's what you need to do. You need to make sure whatever the settings that you have used in the heading, it also applies to the bottom one. Now, one more thing, if you are using version 4, I don't think it would work directly as this much. I will give any explanation that I have or changes in the blog post. So make sure that if you're using version 4 to read it a bit, it's going to be like very basic changes, or I'll just create a new video too, if that helps. I am using it as Noto Sans Bamum. So here font family, I've also named it Noto Sans Bamum. You need to type it correctly. You need to know if there's a dash or not. If you need to make sure everything is perfect, else the text font family, the font that is used would be different. If you are using directly from the theme, whichever you have set in the theme, then I don't think you need to add this. But because I'm using different font, because if I remove this, it will use the one that is added by my theme or Elementor. So let's just change the text to whatever you want. Maybe let's type like and subscribe for now, so that it matches the text that is available on top. And then let's go to our heading and then make sure to see what we have given. So for size, I've given 70. Let's add a weight. Let's do 500. So 70, 500. Let's go in here and search for font size. Let's make it 70. Let's make the font width to be 500. And you could see it is matching, but it is not perfect. And the reason for that is because the line height is important. So the line height basically creates let me remove this first line so that you could see. So you could see that the line height basically creates some spacing between both of this. So if I click on here and then add some line height, let's say something like 70. Okay, then I will need to go in here and then make sure it also has 70 line height. So now it basically goes like this. It's a bit glitchy in here, but in the live page it would work nicely. There's also different colors, so if you want to use a different color here, you could make it red, something like this, or add a hash value. I could even do like opacity 0.5. You could see I've written like this code is second text and this code is first text. Then we also have transition. So make sure all of this transition, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, all of them have the same values, because we want them to move at the equal timing, else it would be like not synchronized. And let's add the overflow hidden, so anything outside this container is not visible. The reason why we are able to do this without having to work much is because Elementor automatically adds a container for us, but in the new version we would not be able to do it because they don't add extra containers for optimization purposes. Because right now the code is the way this heading widget is added, it's not an optimized version. So you could see if I click, it basically turns to this text and it comes back. And the reason why this works is because you could see that this is the text and it automatically has added like a extra container for us. But in the new version it would just have one text like this, so it would not be easy to do directly. But for now I can just show you guys this one, and then when Elementor version 4 comes, we will do the next version or better version. And again, you could do every settings like align center, align left and all that stuff. Go in ChatGPT and then basically just say that, hey, my second text needs to be this color or this stuff, and it would basically help you. Obviously you could type anything that you want in here. Okay, so like get free templates, but you could see a bit off. Why? Because it's a bit bigger, because this text is a bit bigger. Maybe you can go and play around with some stuff like 50 or something, and then you could kind of create like 2 different double text like this. And yeah, that's like pretty easy effect that you could do. It looks nice too, simple animation, and yeah, simple stuff. Check the code in description and consider liking and subscribing. Goodbye.